Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 6 of our FortressCraft play, teach, chill step. No, not chill step.
Thing.
Music type. What was your brand? Let's chill. That's what they're called, but these things aren't letting me chill. So last episode we found lithium and we were excited because we thought we could do more progression, but we were wrong because we needed to find iron, which we did find at the end. And so right now we're gonna go ahead and really, they goo this much. Hey, come over here to the base. Yeah, let me show you this. We're gonna rip up probably our tin. So this is the overmines. Sent out these drones. Oh yeah, there it is. Careful, he spits acid.
Oh jeez.
So they.
Did we shoot now?
You can't kill them with your gun unless you change that. Nope, he still hasn't. You have to use a turret we don't have to shoot it. So this is what they do. They goo so that there's no object obstructing them, but now they do it twice as fast and apparently all the way up to your front door. And so that sucks now because of this exact thing, where this giant worm now will be harassing us until we can kill it. But that's, again, I don't know how long of a way out because now I don't know all the recipes, so I can't tell you like, oh yeah, we just need to do this and this and then we got it. It might be the same way as far as the research, but then the crafting recipes might be like, it needs 6 diamonds, and you know. No idea.
Diamonds.
All right, so I mean at this rate. So let me go ahead and go down. I'm gonna go ahead and I think tin at this point. No, tin we need all the plates, so it means copper. Copper at this point is not what we need then, I guess. So I guess we can just. Is that a camo bot? Why is there a camo bot up this high? This is the block I was telling people about. What the heck? He's changed everything, hasn't he? Oh man, this is not going well. This is scary already. Alright. So let's rip up all of this. Because we need iron and lithium right now. So the hope is that we can rip this all up. But what's your plans for today, Ben? What are you doing?
I have been pressing the plates. Actually, I got 32. Never mind, no more plates.
Oh, have you been? Well, thanks, man. That's actually, yeah, it's going to be helpful. Keep hitting tab.
So we got 10 plates. Now we just need lithium coil wire.
All right.
Now, for wire stuff, is that going to be under manufacturing?
Yes, and then extruder.
Extruder.
Which is the next one.
We got? Oh, it needs 3 tin plates. So I
Yeah,
just want to make a little bit more.
That's why I kept the plates. I was like, no, we need the tin for plates. So
Should I just craft one and place it down?
Yeah. Go for it. And then if you have the material, just go ahead and take from the storage hopper, the other, or build 2 more of these logistic hoppers. So in theory, I should be able to put that down, turn it that way, and eventually it should fill up with power. Because then I can start shooting power down that way. Again, in theory. Perfect. In practice, it worked too. So
wait, so we only need the 1 extruder, or should we do another 2 setup?
Again, you can do another 2 setup. Honestly, depends on how calm you are. If you're patient, then yeah, 1 will be plenty. If you want to do it fast, then yeah, you're going to want more than just 1. Let's push this down. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting power down at our, hopefully we'll get down there, by the lithium, so that we can have passive power being constantly brought into that lithium node, and then hopefully eventually we can put a line leading to the iron. But I think the Mark 1s were cheap. Ben, will you check that when you're not busy?
Check for what, Mark 1?
Yeah, so you know what the power transmitter looks like? It's a tab. Yeah, check what the basic is what they're called. Not Mark 1. Mark 1s are already expensive. It should just be basic.
Power storage block?
No. It looks like a laser, like a
basic laser energy transfer.
Yeah, what does that cost?
4 copper, 4 tin.
Okay, perfect. So that's a little more expensive, but that's what we'll have to make a ton of right now. Because then we can... How much copper and tin do I have on me? Decent amount. Okay. So that's that close. So close. So since I'm this close, let me go ahead and grab the lithium. And then was it off to which side? Down here. Yep. Down here and down here. So I put a green light for those that are watching me. I put a green light so I know where the exit is. because, you know, green means exit in most buildings. So right click, battery. Oh, I can still hopper from up here. Since I'm gonna be doing this so much, I might as well just make a nice staircase down to where I am. Alright. Put that there. Now feed this full of power as much as I can before I run out. And just like that, we'll slowly have iron coming. So let me head back up to the top, because that's doing its business. To make at least 4 more of those power transmitters, easily 4 more. So the reason why you use power transmitter is because this game is all about logistics and power. And so you'll be building a lot of these like power lines, as you see me doing, to power your base. So now the basic transmitters, they don't power that much, I should say. They don't give that much power. So for instance, right now it's only transferring 0.2 power per second, and the max per second is 1.2 power. And that's not a lot, but for right now that's more than enough. But for instance, if we start going up to the Mark 2s and the Mark 3s, 4s, 5s, I think it goes up to 4, those push a lot more power per second when, you know, we're more efficient and need a lot more power. But for right now, we're good for that. So with that, let's go see about building a couple more.
Crafting.
I think 6 should be enough, because we still need a few to get down. I have another battery to push power into, and then we'll kind of do that and call it good. So now that that's built, let's go ahead and make this highway nicer, so you don't keep falling down. Like such. Okay.
And compared to the other stuff that we're doing, if you notice I'm a little bit more quiet, it's just because I generally don't know what I'm doing, and I'm some type of task, so I don't understand the game.
Alright, so that's all good.
So we are looking for the
Ow!
some. Okay.
So another transmitter with the rotate down. Yep, it's getting power perfect. Didn't overshoot. Interesting. Isn't that like almost right there? Alright. So let's do this. How can we do this? Put that there. So that's like a 2-for-1. Grab that, pick this up. Since we have passive power coming down, move this over 1, put that there. Perfect. So now that's going to get power, and this is going to push power. So then we can push power now this way and to where our iron is. Somewhere, you know, down this way.
How much copper wire do we need?
Depends on
What's
what's
as if I was going off the solar panel
okay.
stuff. Looks like we're gonna need 24.
So where's
And cast.
so that's there, so that can go right there. Right into it. Perfect. Okay, so let's see how we could go about doing that. So it should be as simple as putting that there, and then rotating it whichever way, or stopping it, I should say. Right there. Okay. So now, some of you might be seeing that that battery's not full, right? And you're like, oh, is it power coming through the line? Let me show you. Yes, power is coming through, but each one of these ore extractors has an internal storage of 500 power. So really what's happening is this battery is filling up, but it's pushing out all its power to this ore extractor, and any leftover is being pushed down these lines into our iron ore extractor, like such. So it's going to take a while before we actually see the batteries filling up, because we're only pushing very minimal amounts of power down these lines. But we already have 32 iron ore. And so some of you might have the other question. Well, Wes, why don't you just put conveyor belts down here? Well, as far as I'm aware, unless the patch notes have updated this, there are these monsters called Might Knocks. And I'm sure they're still in the game, but if I'm not wrong, they spawn on conveyor belts at level meters, or I should say below 80 meters. So 81, they'll spawn. And now some of you might be asking, well, what do those do? Well, when they spawn on your conveyor belts and they eat what's on it, they give what's called hive minds energy, power, if you will. And what they do is they grow this resin around them as a protective shell, and it starts reaching out like tentacles out into the world, and it starts consuming anything in its path, and you can't break them with any block other than using machines to break them. And so they can get in your path and get in your way and eventually like cover your base, and it's really annoying.
So I got all the stuff that I need, except for the Courage Lithium. I'm
Okay,
not sure.
awesome. So I just got 30 iron, so I'm gonna go ahead, 32 iron actually. I'm gonna force feed that into our system. And I'd say we can make more smelters, and that's why I thought we were gonna need the organic rock, but it changed, the recipe changed. Smelters, oh, we can make a couple more smelters. Let's actually do that. They need 6 tin plates and 2 basic PCBs. So we already have the stamper plant and the extruder plant. What we need now is the coiler and then the PCB assembler. Extrusion. Yeah, coil, which needs copper wire and tin plates. Hey, and since you've been helping us out, you have
quite a bit.
You have actually quite a bit of the wire. So if you could make us, please, I'll sign
What
that to
tab is
you.
it?
Manufacturing, the stamper looking thing. So you're gonna go ahead and get the coiler and then get the PCB assembler. I would make just one for right now because resources are pretty scarce. Look at
any copper coil. Yeah, so I need to go put down the coiler.
Right, and then you put down the coiler. What you could do is right here. Look. If you pull this conveyor belt and you can put it right there, and then we'll just turn this way. Place that right in the middle there. Perfect. So now we're gonna turn it so that it's facing the right way. So now, it was copper, right?
I believe so, yes.
When we put a copper bar in, I'll put 1. It will go ahead and auto turn it into a wire, and then feed that wire into the coiler, and then the coiler will coil it, and then export it out. Just like that. See, because again, it's all about automation. And so we turn this one facing the hopper so that it can't just make wire, because that's not really helpful right now. So I guess that's the easiest way for right now to do that. So let's see, 7
Why is it not moving the coil down the line? Oh, there we go.
I would say it should, in theory. Sometimes maybe it didn't update. Oh,
Power.
what is this? A machine that supports auto crafting of iron bars into iron gears, which needs 1 lightweight machine housing and 1 copper wire. Oh. Okay, so in this game, sometimes there are recipes to make other things, right? And sometimes, or I should say most of the time, the straight recipe costs substantially more than building a machine to do it. So for instance, later in the game, we'll be making these blocks called alloy blocks. And so those use, again, assuming that the patch hasn't changed it, it used to use 15, it used, 1-to-1 of titanium and nickel to make 1 of these blocks. But in the recipe, it used like 6 of each or 16 of each. And so, yeah, completely more expensive. Don't quote me on all those numbers. It's been a while because I might be confusing hardened blocks, which is 16 gold and 16 titanium, and then there's the alloy blocks, which uses those, and then yeah, okay, you get it. If not, then don't worry. The basis of what I'm trying to say is that simply, at the end of the day, what you need is machines to build it. And so I'm hoping that building this iron gear bar maker will give us cheaper iron gears. So if you'd be so kind, Ben, do you happen to have 12 iron plates on you? Not iron.
Iron? 10?
10, yep.
I got 22.
Perfect. If you could just, I don't think you can throw them at me, but you should be able to put them in a hopper, and I can, like, in increments of 2, and I can take them in increments of 2.
Okay.
So just throw it in this hopper in front of us, and then I'll start taking from it. There you go. 2, 2, so that's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Perfect. And then it was a copper wire. Do you happen to have a copper wire on you?
Yeah.
Can you throw that? Thank you. All right. So thanks to that. That should be easy. So one of those, and then iron gear maker. Where was that? Was it under manufacturing? No. It is there. Oh, it's 8 copper wire. Excuse me. Let me get a start on that.
I got more.
Oh, could you throw it in there if you don't mind, kind sir? Perfect. 10. That's fine. Let me test this. So make.
Crafting.
So in theory, that should have put an object in my inventory, which it did. Is it a block? It is a block.
So this iron coil isn't moving down the line.
Is there... Wait, iron coil?
Or copper wire coil there on the side. I have on my screen at the very least it's not moving. Is it not there on yours?
No, so what it means is it's just leftover, so it's not really there.
Okay.
Okay, so this iron gear maker, it wants 1 iron plate. Okay, that's a lot cheaper. That's substantially cheaper. I was about to say, I was gonna hit the guy that makes this game up and tweet him out and be like, yo, son, what's going on here? Fix this. Okay.
Now.
Fix this now. So I think I swapped these. Okay, so in theory... Okay, no, that already autoed that. So 4 needs to be iron and then lithium so that I can keep doing that. And so let's go ahead and put 2 to get iron plates. Hopefully this machine doesn't need... That's facing the wrong way. It's bugging me. Hopefully it doesn't need power, because that's going to be all kinds of problems. Oh, I guess I could just do that and rotate. Oh man, I've been playing too many other games where you can't rotate unless you place down versus being able to place down as you rotate. Let's grab those. Let's test this out. Let's make 2 more, since I think I have a few more bars baking. Yep. Is that it as far as our iron? It is. And then... I can hear the freaking camel bots. If you can listen, if I be quiet, and you hear the, like, scattering sound, like, I can't mimic it, but almost like scurrying, that's their, like, call.
I don't hear anything.
It does it periodically.
Hmm.
It means they're camel bots. I guess they're now at grand level. They used to be only in the cold caverns. That's what you found when you jigged down and you got all cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a cold cavern. Alright, so let's see. Since... I hear him. He's over here. Yeah, come over here. You hear him. There's sounds like 2 of them. That noise.
I'm not hearing anything.
It sounds like ding, ding. They
I'm
look
not
like...
hearing anything.
Yeah, they look like... Okay, maybe not. Hopefully you can hear it, YouTube. Yeah. Because it's getting louder. So they like power. I don't know if I explained that. They like power. So if you have batteries laying about, they'll come and sit on the batteries and drain the power from it. Which is not helpful whatsoever. Alright, so...
Does that mean we should go periodically check on those batteries?
Yeah, so before you only have to worry down below, but now it sounds like we have to worry. Okay, so this iron maker looked like it's working. It does, okay. Oh, thank goodness. It takes 1 plate for 1 iron now versus 5 iron for a gear. Oh, and a lightweight housing. Yeah, no, okay. So example there. So you can either make the iron if you have plenty of iron and you're in a pickle, you can make 1 iron gear for 5 iron, or you build this machine and it takes 1 plate to make 1 gear, and it's your call. Me, I want efficiency. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm rich in iron, I don't need to, but that's how you do that right now. Whoops, that was total misclick. Alright, so let's do remove only, so that it only takes from there and only adds the gears from there. So let's test this out now. put those in. So it should eat these two. Oh no, it wants plates. Excuse me. So it should eat this one plate and only put it into this hopper. There we go. And it's a gear. I was looking for a plate. So now the way we can automate this is if we were to pick up this machine.
Bigger hoppers.
Which, yeah. But what we're going to do right now, since we kind of are in desperate need of these plates and iron, what we're going to do is I'm going to make this machine start to finish all one thing. Whoops. Probably can't do it like that. Probably needs to be like that, to that, to that. So now, all you have to do is you can... Again, this is why I love this game. Automation. So now all you have to do is come over here with some iron bars, throw it in, and walk away. Because now the machine will go ahead and do everything for you. So it's going to make these 2 iron plates. It's going to put them into these hoppers. Probably want it from here. So let's watch it. I always like watching it. And then the iron gear maker is going to be like, hey, I have plates now. And he's going to go ahead and make plates and then throw it into this hopper. Except we need to put this on remove only.
And then once we have 10, we can actually make real hoppers.
Is it really 10 per?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But no, we needed the lithium charger.
Yeah.
Okay, do you happen to have 1 lightweight machine housing and 2 more copper wires on you?
I don't have machine housing. I do have copper wire.
Okay, so then do you have 10 plates on you?
10 tin plates.
Oh, there's a crafting machine. There's a lightweight housing, machine housing crafter. We need to make that. More copper wire and a couple of tin plates.
Made it.
Perfect. Oh, did you make the actual...
Yeah.
Sweet. Thanks, man. Test it out. Just put it right here. Put it next to all of these machines. These are just our test machines.
Yes. Just throw it down here.
Yeah, that's fine. And then let me grab a couple more of these just logistic hoppers.
Crafting.
And let's see what it wants. No attached hoppers. Right. So, okay. Let me... Whoops. F1. I don't have any... Dang it. I play too much stacks, and tab is how you open up your inventory, and I keep hitting tab, but it makes Arthur go away. Alright. So now it's...
No, Arthur, baby, come back.
Okay, so now it wants 6 tin plates.
Baby,
Instead of 12, so that halved it. Which I guess is fine. Which means we probably should get a couple more stampers. Are they relatively expensive? No, not at all. Alright, so 2 more stampers. Go ahead and automate this process. Put those there. 1 more logistics hopper. Let's build a couple just in case, since we seem to be needing so many. There. Put these there. And then these will auto feed into here. And like that. And put that facing that way. So, grand test. We're gonna have to do this a couple times because it needs 6. So I have this crazy machine that I built when it comes to these tin plates that I'll show you when we need it. But for the research, Ben, we need a bunch of plates and a bunch of PCBs, and so I built this monster of a machine that consists of 12 stampers and 4 PCB assemblers, and it's 2 of them on left and right side, and it just chews through.
Wait, it's not coming out.
We need a bigger hopper. It wants 6, right? Isn't that what I just determined? So
I think.
It's only going to give it to us if we can make 6. Oh, I'm out of iron, meaning we have to go down below. I got lithium. Alright, so let me go back down into the diggy hole and fall down.
I want to see this.
Yep. And then we'll probably have to wrap up the episode after I do this, just because I want to show people. What is that thing? Okay, it's a full. It scared me. Awesome. That's 100 lithium already. Like that. It's passive. That's why we put power to things. And the iron's full. Awesome! So that's 100 iron and 100 lithium. So now we can go back up and just have to wait for the processing. But that's why I like to put everything passive, so when you're building and refining your machines, your workhorses are still doing their job. Because if we had to do that manually, I think it would have stopped and ran out of power, probably 10, 20 minutes ago. So this is probably going to be a bit of a longer episode just because I need to show how things are working. Alright, so 2 more iron gears. Let's go ahead and let's force feed the iron in. Yeah, you have to wait. So See that? How it's ticking down? Well, as soon as the tin bar is done, we have to kind of time it and click. Oh, I missed the time. Dang it. So let's lock this. Because I missed. So it's going to get mad because it's like, hey, it shouldn't be like this. I'm probably going to get an error message in the game saying like, hey, one of your hoppers is set to lock. Did you mean to do that? And the answer to that is yes. There we go, 32.
The worm disappeared.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Can I mine this stuff?
Yeah, this is the soft resin. This is not the hard stuff that I was telling you about. So there's soft resin and then there's hard resin. The hard resin we haven't found yet because we haven't found an overmine. Okay.
What was the super?
I should say hive mine, not overmine. There's two different. What's that?
Super mine.
Control, and then whichever your build, or I should say your destroy button if you swap them.
Yeah.
So how many iron gears do I have? 8. I need one more bar. Come on. Come on, one more. Perfect. Turn it into a plate for me, would you? So these machines are all backlogged. So let's go ahead and take these. So that should be 6 plates. Perfect. One more gear, is that 9? Yeah, and then 10 should is being made right this second. Yep, there's 10. Okay. Alright, storage hopper. Do you have lightweight housing?
No.
That's 10 plates?
That's not what we were working on.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's where I'll have to call it. So next time, be sure to tune in to see how we can automate these machines. But luckily, we're starting to get into machine making and progression. Thank you for tuning in so much to all these videos. Be sure to hit the like and comment down below. If you want to see longer videos, go ahead and comment down below. I don't know. What do you say?
If you want shorter videos, let us know.
Yeah, comment down below. So if you made it to the end of the video, go ahead and comment or extractor so I know you've made it. But until next time, guys, keep it real.
Keep it real.